Hey y'all, I am back with my last couple of layouts from the Scrapbook and Cards today. Let's create together with Megan Andrew. This is from the September kit of last year. So yes, I am behind, but that is okay. I had this layout made for a while. Well, actually all of them, but I just needed to take the time and find some photos to print and put them on the page, which is what I did yesterday. So here are my final layouts. This one is a double pager. This is the left side of the page, and you can see we did the wood grain for the background, use a strip of the gingham paper. Now up here for the banners, we cut some banners, and then we also used some of the stickers. And I thought that was a really cute idea because we have just some different shapes besides your typical banner shape. There's a heart and a bow, and here's another sticker and a ticket. So this page consists of a 4x6 and a 4x3 photo, and it is triple matted. And then it is surrounded by these floral embellishments and some little die cut flowers and stickers. And this is a die cut from one that we received in the kit. And I just had it set aside, and now I don't know where I put it. But this is a die cut that came with the kit, along with this little floral. There were like 3 little flowers, and we used some vellum in here. And I thought these pictures were perfect with the title of this family. Now this is the title that was on the class, because I normally tend to follow the class. And so I thought these were perfect photos, and this is when our new little grandson came home from the hospital. So that is the left side, and then here is the right side of the photo. So we used the same wood grain at the bottom and lined that up, and then we took this stripe paper here and did it on the side and made a big journal spot. And this had 4x6 photos and 3x3. And if anyone knows an awesome way to print out an actual 3x3 photo, please share, because I had to ask my friends, and what they said they normally do is just do a 4x3 and then cut it down, which is what I did here. So I had to cut a little at the bottom off and the top of my granddaughter's head off a little bit. I do have photos with us with a baby, but that will be another layout because this theme was Love This Family. So I just wanted to focus on them. And then we continued the banner over here on this side. Now that is some stitching and a little piece up here, so it kind of continues like this. So the banner continues on this page, and we added more florals and vellum and the little die cut flowers, and there's the little butterfly, and then a cute little cluster right here, and the journaling goes here, cute little cluster over here. So what I will journal about is that this was during the pandemic, so we could not go up to the hospital at all for the delivery, or even afterwards. We had to wait until they were released from the hospital and came home to meet our new little grandson. So that's what I'm going to journal about, and this happened in 2021. So that is, I don't know if I can get them both in here, kind of like this. That is that layout, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And then this was the bonus layout, and I love this paper, and I love this paper. I wish I had more of this. And you know, they did have this collection at Joann. It's Maggie Holmes Forever Fields. And they did not have this in the single sheet. So, because I went up there and I was going to just buy some single sheets of these two, but didn't happen. So this one, we used that die cut again, Family, and then Adventures. This was the same title in the class. And I just took a photo from several years ago. Oh, that's my eye. I thought, what is that spot on there? But that's my eye on Family. Up in the Blue Ridge Mountains with my parents and my cousin and her husband. It was her significant other at the time, when they came to visit us from Europe, and we went to the Smoky Mountains. And this was just layering, I think. Yes, we did gut that piece, and I loved this side of the paper too. Loved it. We gutted it, and then used a piece of the this beautiful tree background with some of that gingham and layered it on a white piece of pattern paper, and just did a big cluster up here of tags and florals and cameras and these little side silhouettes of a boy and a girl. And then did a little cluster here. Well, that's kind of a little cluster. This is one of the chipboard frames. This part is part of the chipboard frame, but added these butterflies that we fussy cut out of the pattern paper and added a die cut. Now, if you notice on this family versus this family, we did this family and cut it a couple of times and then backed it with some more paper to give it a raised chipboard feel when it's not. It's just pattern paper. And you can do that with any of your metal die cuts that you have. Just layer them up. And see, and on this one, we offset it just a little bit, which is another option that you can do. You can see it's the white, or it's a pinky-ish color. It's peeking out from the bottom a little bit, just to give it a little bit of texture and some shadow effect. So, I have to go back and journal on these. I'll journal here on this one. And I'm finally done with September. Now, I'm going to show you, there may be a couple of odds and end pieces over on the left side of my desk in a pile. But I'm going to share with you what I have left, because we had those two dies, and then we have a die that says Love that I used in the other layout. So I just want to quickly go over that when you get these, you have enough to do more. You can do, you know, at least a layout. There's that tree. Isn't that beautiful? Or a couple layouts, some cards. So you do have stuff left over to play with. Stickers. And then I have the, guess there's two of the, oh, here's the other one. I was just going to say, there's two of these, because there's no letters missing on that one. That was, is that a Simple Stories, I think? There's some of the butterfly paper. We have this left over. Have some gingham left over. Have chipboard frames. I think we used two of these. And then I used, no, one. I don't remember how many we used, but it looked like we used more than two. I think we used three. Used two in the first layout. There are some enamel shapes. Yeah, just some little bits and pieces. And the three dies. And then lots and lots of ephemera. Because this had 78 pieces, so there's plenty of that left. So, I'm going to take a look at it. I will put my alphabet letters with my alphabet letters. I really like this collection, so I may keep it together so I can use it again, because I really love all these pieces together. But sometimes I will take them apart and just separate them out and put them in, like put this in with the rest of my Maggie Holmes, put this in with my Simple Stories, because this is a different collection. This is from the Remember collection. But I think I'm going to keep this together for a little bit, and I may know what picture I want to do with this one. So you may see this again in the near future. But that is it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.